Thank you. Wow. What a great group. Thank you very much. Well, I'd like to thank Chairman Jeff Miller. He's a terrific guy, and on behalf of all of those who have served this country in military uniform and for working with our campaign on developing real solutions for our truly great veterans. Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate it. Thank you. Before going further today, however, I'd like to first address the contributions of another group who serve this country in uniform. The men and women in blue. Thank you. Our police officers. We love our police officers. Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. Our police officers rush into danger every single day to protect our communities, and they often do it thanklessly and under relentless criticism. They serve thousands of lives every year, perform countless public services every day, and yet their names will likely never appear in a single headline or media report. But I want our nation's police to know that we thank you from the bottom of our heart. And we support you, and we will always, always, always stand with you. The attack on our Dallas police is an attack on our country. Our whole nation is in mourning and will be for a very long time. Yet we've also seen increasing threats against our police and a substantial rise in the number of officers killed in the line of duty. Very big rise. America's police and law enforcement personnel are what separates civilization from total chaos and the destruction of our country as we know it. We must remember the police are needed the most where crime is the highest. Politicians and activists who seek to remove police or policing from a community are hurting the poorest and most vulnerable Americans. It's time for our hostility against our police and against all members of law enforcement to end, and end immediately, right now. We went through an ugly chapter in our history during Vietnam when our troops became the victims of harassment and political agendas. For too many police today, that is their daily reality. At the same time, the tragic deaths in Louisiana and Minnesota make clear that the work must be done to ensure, and a lot of work, that Americans feel that their safety is protected. Have to do it. We have to get better. Better, sharper, smarter. We were all disturbed by the images that we saw. We must discuss as well the ongoing catastrophe of crime in our inner cities. Our inner cities are rife with crime. According to the Chicago Tribune, there has already been more than 2,000 shooting victims in Chicago alone this year. This epidemic of violence destroys lives, destroys communities, and destroys opportunity for young Americans. Violent crime has increased in cities across America. The New York Times described the startling rise in murders in our major cities. Brutal drug cartels are spreading their reach into Virginia and Maryland. Too many Americans are trapped in fear, violence, and poverty. Our inner cities have been left totally behind, and I'm going to fight to make sure every citizen of this country has a safe home, a safe school, and a safe community. We must maintain law and order at the highest level, or we will cease to have a country. 100%, we will cease to have a country. I am the law and order candidate. Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, is weak, ineffective, pandering, and, as proven by her recent email scandal, which was an embarrassment not only to her, but to the entire nation as a whole, she's either a liar or grossly incompetent. One or the other. Very simple. Personally, it's probably both. Not only am I the law and order candidate, but I'm also the candidate of compassion. Believe it, the candidate of compassion. But you can't have true compassion without providing safety for the citizens of our country. Every kid in America should be able to securely walk the streets in their own neighborhood without harm. Everyone will be protected equally and treated justly without prejudice. We will be tough. We will be smart. We will be fair. And we will protect all Americans. Without safety, we have nothing. It's the job of the next president to make America safe again for everyone. Everyone. That promise of protection must include taking care of every last veteran, which was going to be the sole topic of today's speech prior to the horrible attack in Dallas. The men and women who have served in our armed forces represent the very best of America. Now is the time to follow their example of unity, public service, and selfless devotion to our nation. We made a promise, and we have to honor the promise that we made to these great heroes. You defend America, and America will defend you.